Hello everybody and welcome to part 3 of this playthrough of Motorsport Manager 2016 on the PC. Last time out we were in Munich, Germany. We had a underwhelming, uninspiring sort of race, finishing down the bottom. Santana finishing in 16th, which wasn't too bad until we beat the Dragon Race team and an Eastwood Motorsport car. Evans finished way behind in last place. So these two teams are fairly decent. Eastwood are one of the top teams. So I can't remember if they had any drive-through penalties or anything like that. But next we're in Milan, which doesn't tell us how many laps there are. We've got 13 laps on this race. So it is a bit shorter than the other races. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm not sure whether we should build a new gearbox. We do sort of have some money that will be going up. I'm not sure whether a gearbox, because the brakes are pretty. The brakes are terrible that we've got, but we can improve them a little bit. Let's say we can improve them. But we don't have the space, we can't get to improved parts yet because the car's still repairing, so we're going to go ahead and get the car repaired. So car repair finished. So we'll see what, I can't remember what we were working on last time. So we are working on getting those brakes reliable. So we're looking on getting Santa Ana brakes reliable and her engine, because she got a new engine last time out. So we're going to try and get the reliability up with that. Even with the full focus on these two things, it's not going to be completed until near the race. But basically, as I said before, we're going to basically try and get the reliability up on all of this. So hopefully we can get to the end of the race without making too many repairs throughout the race, which seems to lose the most times. And we have to come into pit and do those repairs, but I think we're going to go ahead and build a new gearbox. So we'll put 38 to 50. What is that current gearbox in her car? She's got 14, which can be improved to 41, but since we can't really afford to spend that time over here improving it, because we only have 2 slots, and if we equaled up the sliders to go between them, then they'd never be done. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to build that since we can afford it. Hopefully then we can move on to putting that on as well. So maybe we'll try build 2 new gearboxes over the next couple of races. 12 days, so it's in half the time. I don't know if we're going to be able to use it for this race. Depends whether we can get the reliability up a bit more. Once it's built, we'll probably stop focusing on her brakes. Actually, we'll take her brakes off. Is there anything else that could do with anything else? It's basically just the engines. Maybe we'll take that off and we'll do. We could probably do with making his engine a little bit more reliable as well, so we'll go ahead and we'll do that. We're scouting a driver. It's just come in the mail there, so we're scouting someone. 2 stars. I don't know whether to go ahead and spend some money on a new driver or whether to let their contracts run out. He's still got quite a long contract, you see, and he's an absolutely terrible driver. She's not much better, but at least she can overtake. Early breaker. She's a pay driver as well. I think we'll go ahead and we'll try. I don't know if we have to fire someone first. Wages are fairly important to me. I'm going to have to give her equal status if she does come to the end of this year. do sort of want to lock her down a little bit. Would you prefer a signing on fee? Give her that because nah. I think we'll try and spend a bit of money because she's going to be bringing in more than whatever we pay her. I'm not quite sure. There's no. I don't know whether that's the least we can offer. It's a bit different to Football Manager where you sort of get an idea of how much they're wanting. We can afford a signing on fee. We'll go ahead and offer her some money. We've got a sponsor slot open. 14th or above. Is that what we've got? Second or above? 9th or above? Is actually one we could possibly aim to achieve. It's not much money, but it's a bit better than these two. In placement, because we have to finish 14th or above to get that a little bit of extra money. So look at HQ, we're still worse for sponsors, got the worst staff still. HQ is 8th out of 10, worst drivers and the worst car on the grid. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can get this gearbox built. Running race events for that Chapman, who is, I think he's the equivalent to Lewis Hamilton in the Steinman, which is the equivalent to the Mercedes. Steinman running away so far with that championship. I wonder if we might be able to get her in time for the new race, but will ERS be added? Adding a new race, so I think we've got a vote coming up in a week, replacing Milan GP with the Beijing Grand Prix. Oh, I'll be getting rid of one of these then, so we'll be getting rid of this, which is a nice easy track, which is we're on next. I'm not quite sure what the Beijing track looks like. I'm sure it'll be a lot higher than this because I think this might suit our car a little bit more than the other tracks I've done. So looks like she's interested a little bit. So the wages are down. So we'll offer a bit because even with this and that, we'd still be making money on her coming to this team. It does say last chance and she was insulted by that. I do sort of want her, so we'll try. We'll go ahead and try, but she was insulted. Oh no, I don't know what to do. That she would be bringing in an extra 100,000 still into the team. That's what it said, didn't it? I think she said 248. It's not too much difference, is it? Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll see if she'll accept that. We've still got a day left on the new gearbox. Gearbox finished. As you can see, it's only 40% reliability, which means it wouldn't last till the end of the race, even though it's quite a bit better. I think it's more important to have something that's reliable to get to the end of the race. So which one? I mean, her engine, this is Santarano's engine, her engine isn't too important to get reliable because she does, with her stuff, she does have this engine expert level 1, higher engine mode, longer impact condition, which, as I've noticed from my last races, her engine condition doesn't go down over the race. So we'll go ahead and see if we can. 26 days after the race, 14 days after the race. I think we're going to go with that and see if we can get it somewhere up to here. We might be able to get it. If we can get it anywhere near 70%, then we can put this new gearbox in the car for the race. That's the option. We don't have any money to spend on anything else. I'm not sure what happens if you go into the red. I don't know whether it impacts I don't know whether going into the red impacts job stability, maybe. Because looking through the finances, there doesn't seem to be a bit for like interest for like being overdrawn. And since we're only since it's got secure, we might test that in a bit to see if we can spend a bit more money than what we've actually got. And we've got a vote coming up. Let's go ahead and see what happens when we vote. Currently supporting. Everyone's undecided, so it's hard to predict what impact this rule change will have on the sport. So basically, no one knows. I can't go back. Check. Oh, looks like a really hard course for our car. Because basically, we don't have anything, and we'll concentrate on the engine and the gearbox. So speed is going to be the thing that we're going to look to try and improve. We'll go ahead and vote against it, because I do want to sort of keep the Milan Grand Prix that we're going to. But I think everyone's going to vote for it. Everyone's abstaining, so far we've got one against. Against. Oh, it's going to be close. Against. And against. So we're keeping the Milan Grand Prix for next year. There will now be another vote in 56 days. I wonder if we can check. So the next vote is for a change on the points for the top 8. Because at the moment points are awarded to everyone on this grid. So I think we'll have to vote against that one next time, because we've got no chance of finishing in the top 8. No chance of finishing in the top 8. So we're going to have to go ahead and vote against that next time it comes up. Contract proposals. And she's accepted. Shall we sign the deal? So if I click sign, do I have to... So we do have to fire someone. I think we're going to go ahead and fire him. So it's going to take some money. So first signing on fee plus breaking his contract. Oh, we're going to go ahead and do it, because Evans is a terrible driver. We'll see if she brings anything. She's just a pay driver, and she's a bit more marketable, so might be able to get a few more better sponsors, but not much. Yeah, basically she's a pay driver, so he's just absolutely terrible in every regard. So we are actually in the red now, so I don't know what that's actually going to do. But we'll keep going anyway. Can't remember if I put the gearbox on. What's the gearbox looking like? It's up to 56%, so we've got 3 days to see if that goes up anymore. That's it, I think everything's done. So we're going to go ahead and click this. Got no chance of finishing 14th for our above. Gonna see how far along the gearbox is. It's near enough. Who's the better driver out of these two? Adaptable to change. Still going to head and treat Santana as the #1 driver. So let's see. I'm hoping we can get through to the end of the race with these cars now without. Oh, she's angry at that. No, we can't have her angry, can we? So we might do that. We might give her the new gearbox. Is she happy now? Yeah, they're both happy with that. So she's got the new gearbox as the new driver, and Santana's got the better engine. So I guess we'll see which means more, the gearbox or the engine. So on to practice. So I haven't been including the practice in the last 2 videos. I didn't include the practice on the last races, but I'm going to go ahead and do that now. There's not much information about what we should do here. I think what we're going to try and do is we're going to go up a little bit, then we'll take this down. I don't usually mess with tyre pressure, but I do. I don't know. It's more straight, so we'll put long gear ratios in to affect top speed. Maybe suspension because we've got some long straights. Tyre camber will leave the same. Tyre pressure 90 points. I don't know what difference the tyre pressure makes too much. We'll go with that. I will run her on some softs. Start with the downforce is in the middle. I think because we've got long straights, we'll try and keep the downforce somewhere towards the middle. Yeah, see, she's a bit more. She helps us a bit more with this, but she wants a bit more downforce on her car. So we'll see what she says too. I think we'll try and keep it the same where we on the other car we put the front wing like that and put the rear wing up. Tyre pressure will drop a little bit. We do need. We're gonna try her longer and harden up the suspension as well. I'm gonna run on softs. What do we get? 6 to 8 laps. Is that what we're going to do for the race? Because it's 13 laps. Will we get those through? We changing? I think we would. Because we'll go over the strategy on the next part. We'll go ahead and take practice at that. So basically, in this series, the European Racing Series, I'll go ahead and pause it whilst I'm talking. The practice is only 12 minutes long, so we don't get a lot of time to go around the track. We usually only get 2 stints, although we could send them out and bring them back in without setting times, but I do sort of want to see what sort of times we're getting. We've only got choice of race trim because there's no qualifying. I'm going to go ahead and run that. I'm going to go let her get out a little bit in front, and then we'll send her out just behind. Go ahead and speed this up and see what sort of times they can get. She's got a nice clear track, but once she gets around to here, she's going to pick up some. She's going to pick up some traffic, but we'll go ahead and have her push and see what sort of times she can set. See if she can get a decent time. Yeah, so she's going to pick up a bit of traffic here, whether she can get past them all. She's really happy with the gear ratios. We haven't heard anything back from, I don't even know how to pronounce that, Latinen. So she's setting the fastest sectors at the moment. Well, that's because she's the only one doing a lap. She's on green. What did she manage? 1:21.49. She managed a 1:20. So she's over 2. She's nearly 2 seconds quicker. But then I don't know whether she picked up any traffic or not during her lap. She's actually doing better than a few of these cars with that setup. So we'll have to go ahead and see what she says about that setup. She thinks everything is great with that setup, but not excellent, so she's 95% happy with that. I'll try and put the gear ratios a little bit more. I'm happy with the suspension going down. We'll try her that way a bit. Maybe. I did it the other way in the other car, didn't I? Try that. We'll try a longer gear ratio. Try and get that top speed up. We'll try her at that. We'll give her a new pair of softs because we've got plenty of tyres. And we'll send her straight back out. And she was really happy with the setup of her car. So I thought she must have picked up some traffic on her, so she's excellent with that. But would she like maybe better handling? So I'm going to change too much. Try that so it keeps the speed balance in check. Downforce is the same, we'll send her out as well doing that. See what sort of times both these drivers can set with these setups. She's doing quite well on that setup, although the other teams are running the medium compound. We're not too far behind on this track at the moment. So they're both on their outlaps, both picking up traffic. She's quite a way behind, but I don't know whether that's because they're picking up the traffic. Both happy with the downforce, she's happy with the handling. What sort of time did she set this time? Did she go any quicker? She did go quicker. She went a lot quicker. She's already a second quicker. We might try swap Santa Ana to her setup. I don't think we've got enough time to try set another lap. We're sort of running out of time. It takes 1 minute 19 to get round. She's run out of fuel as well, but it doesn't matter in the practice. The car's not going to stop. So she's not as happy with that, but she did set a faster time. She is happy. She's a bit happier. She went from great to great to great to great. I'm gonna try messing with the downforce a little bit. Try that one. Go for another pair of softs. She hasn't got enough time to set another time, and we're going to go ahead and leave her as that because she did quite a good time. Maybe not. Should we mess with her handling? I don't know if we made too much of a difference to the handling. I don't want to go the wrong way just before the race. And again, we can always swap back to this, couldn't we? So we'll go ahead and try and soften the harden up the suspension so the handling goes down that way and we'll get the speed balance back. I don't know if they're going to be able to tell me much about this setup. We'll send her out on the old tyres. Maybe if we get her out of the garage then she'll give us some feedback on it. I think we've done quite well with the practice setup on this track. So hopefully this bodes well for the race, although a lot of people are on the medium compound, so I don't know what. Maybe we should have run a lap on the mediums to see if there was a difference between the times. Yeah, so she wasn't as happy with the new setup, so we're going to go ahead and revert her back to the old setup. Where she's still the same, but no time. So I don't know what to do. We'll see if that percentage has changed, otherwise we'll go back to the second setup on both cars. So we didn't do too bad in practice. So let's go ahead to the race in Milan. We should be starting from the front of the grid with both cars. I think she should be, because she'll have 0 points at the moment. We'll go ahead with race trim just in case what. Oh, car condition, she's got level 2 now. Car condition drops slightly lower, or the higher engine mode is no longer impact condition. Oh, I'm not sure. Should we go for totally nursing the car? Is that going to affect us too much, or is the engine? Oh, I'm unsure now. I was so expecting that one. We'll go ahead and try and nurse her through. She's going to have to take both of those because she's not comfortable with the mechanic at the moment since she's only just started with the team. I'm going to go ahead and revert her back to that setup. She's going to go on the softs. I think what we're going to do is she's going to push a little bit and do 2 stops. I'm going to put her back just in case our engine can't make it. What we're going to do, we can do 6 laps, can we? Might be able to try get 7. What we're going to do is have her hang back. Yep. We're going to see if we can get her to do 1 stop. The rules of this series are to try and make everyone do 2 stops, but if we hang back, like if we keep neutral and we put the engine mode in low, whether we can get away with doing 1 stop throughout this race, whether that can make a difference, and see if that will move us up. Whereas she's quite comfortable with the way her car goes, so we're going to have her push and high, and she's going to do 2 stops, and Santarana's going to do 1 stop. So we'll go ahead and see if that actually works in this race. So that's it, we're starting 1st and 2nd on the grid. Let's see if they can both keep the position down to the 1st corner. Santarana's slow away off the line, but Latinen's got away quite well. That's probably because Santarana's engine mode's set quite low, so I'm going to leave her to get on with it. Hopefully she doesn't lock up and wreck these tyres because she's doing 1 stop. I'm going to hope Latinen can compete as she did in practice. So we're going to keep her pushing. We're going to have to keep an eye on the condition of her car as well, aren't we? So we can't keep the engine mode up too long. She's keeping her fuel a bit better. She's dropping down the order as well now. I'm sort of wishing I'd gone with a 1-stop strategy for both now, but she's lost a bit more fuel. Should we turn down? Is everyone else turned down? No one else has turned down around us, but the car's not doing too bad. She's doing quite well on Santarana because her engine's turned down. She's behind, but not that far behind. She only needs to keep within distance. Oh, we've got a safety car as well. Who's crashed? 2 crashes. Might have crashed into each other, so... Oh, we've gone past the pits now. Everyone else has taken advantage of the safety car, haven't they? Which sort of wrecks up her thing of taking 1 pit stop. Should we pit her? Whilst we can. I think she's already gone past the pit lane, hasn't she? Let's see if we can get her in. No, she's gone past. We're going to cancel her pit stop. She's going to keep running until she can't do. And we're going to see. That's messed us up totally. Is that safety car? She needs to come in and pit. Oh, we totally messed that up then. We should have pitted. She's complaining about not getting enough heat into the tyres now. She's going to have to try and go as long as she can on this. She's going to have to push it. You can't push too much because the engine's degrading. She's doing quite well at keeping her car together. I think because we messed up with the pit stops, we're going to have to try get both of these cars through with 1 stop now. Because everyone else has managed to make a pit stop apart from us. I'm so disappointed with that now. So hopefully she's going to come in after 2 more laps. She's going to come in after 3, hopefully. Because everyone is on fresh mediums, so their medium tyres should get them through to the end of the race, but they'll all have to pit for fuel again. So we're going to try that. There's no rain expected, although we can't see it far ahead because we don't have any forecasting centre. So let's go ahead and see the safety cars coming in this lap. The slow procession is going. John's Dottier is in first place. She is in an Eastwood car, I think, which is one of the better cars. We've got a ZRT next to us. Santa Ana's blasted through, so hopefully these can keep up to second and third. Make one pit stop and then come out, and hopefully she's got a bit of fuel left, but she needs to keep that. She's going to come pit. She might have to pit this lap. Otherwise she's going to run out of fuel. What have we got left? I'm going to try her on a medium. She's coming in a bit earlier than I wanted her to. Things are holding together alright-ish. I'm going to have a push to the pit. And she's going to try to get through another lap. She's now come in, so I'm going to have to turn her down again. She's on the hard, so maybe she can push on the hard tyres. She's had a bad pit stop. The refueling took a while, 11 seconds plus tyres. She had a bad pit stop, she's going to complain about that. But hopefully now she can get through to the end of the race with the engine mode turned down. She's that far behind that even if these do pit, I think we've messed up her race totally. So it's up to Santa Ana now to try and get us up the order. She's doing well at keeping ahead. She's managing to stay ahead even though she's got the engine turned down low, but these will start flying past her soon enough. She's unhappy with it. Oh no. Oh no. Totally messed her up. Have I? Has she got enough to get into the pits? She's running out of fuel and the pits are... the fuel's down. Oh, she's just got enough to get round to... Phew, I thought I totally messed up then. So she's going to be able to make it round just. And then she's going to be able to finish her race with just that one stop. At which point she should be able to come in and start pushing, hopefully. We'll see how much, see if she's got some excess fuel when she comes out. And hopefully she'll be able to catch a few of them up. She does have excess fuel, so we'll try. I'm not sure. He's supposed to last 8 laps, so we'll have a push for a little bit. She might be in Latinen. Who isn't pushing, so we're gonna... She's only just got enough to get to the end of the race, so I'm gonna order her to let Santa Ana through. Because she should be lapping quite a bit quicker. We'll go back to her. She's gonna let her through on the straight. We'll order her to start racing again properly. Let her through. And let's see. She's up in 11th and she's made the pit stop, so it did actually work out alright. So we're not doing too bad. 11th and 12th. Hopefully we can hold this together till the end of the race. Is anyone else pitting? Up into 10th, up into 5th. Up into 5th. 3 laps of fuel left. Don't know whether these tyres are going to go, what the engine's going to go. Everything's holding together with her car. Her brakes are about to fail, so we can't do what with her. She's just got enough to get through to the end of the race. It's on Santa Ana now. She's in 4th place. Can't even believe it. I thought thought we totally messed it up. We're missing the chance to pit with the safety car. Still in fourth. I don't think anyone else is left the pit. She got enough fuel to get to the end. About a lap and a half left after that, so we'll turn her down a little bit. She does have a Garuda behind her, Beauchamp, who I think is the best driver in the best car, so I don't think we're going to hold on to fourth. I think we might drop down to seventh, but oh, someone else is retired, but it's not someone who's in front of us. Come on, last lap, hopefully. And as we expected, her brakes have gone. She does have excess fuel left, so we can turn her back up. The tyres are about to go, so we'll put her into neutral so she doesn't. How far has she got there? She's coming up onto the last lap as well, so hopefully. No, she's got low fuel now. Low fuel? She's on the last lap. She got enough to get round to the end. We'll turn her down all the way. We'll see if she can get through to the end like that. Hopefully she can hang on to this, and fourth place will be a miracle in this car. Low fuel, one corner left. I'm going to have a push even though her tyres have gone. Her tyres have gone. Car's breaking down. She's going to start falling down the field, I think. But onto this last corner. Keep it. No! All passing us, but sixth place. Sixth place, almost fourth if we're going to kept things running. And 14th, so 6th and 14th. That's an amazing result in this car. Can't even believe we managed to finish 6th. It's just that one-stop strategy actually worked for us. I don't know whether that'll be possible on other tracks. I think it's because this track is quite short. And that if you conserve fuel, you can make up those 2 extra laps by doing one stop and keeping the engine mode low. Complete. She actually moved up a place because he got demoted, so he's obviously running some dodgy components in his car. So we actually ended up with 23 points, which is a lot more than what we've got from the first 2 races, I think. Moves her up into 13th, and in her one race she's passed what he managed to do in 2 races. So we're now 13th and 20th. I think we'll still be bottom of the constructors, but we're within touching distance of ZRT now. Not that I don't think we'll be able to catch him at any point. So I was quite happy with that race. I can't believe we actually managed to finish 6th in the entire race. Pretty impressive, really. Let's see. We actually came 3rd overall in that race weekend. 3rd overall, and she's actually still improving. She's only 26, so both of these drivers are still improving, so things are looking up here for Predator. We actually made some decent money, so we might be able to go ahead and build the new gearbox next time, but we'll leave it there. We'll read the mail quickly. Looking on good form is Eastwood. I thought win for John's Dottier. She's in Eastwood as well again. Car condition. Her car condition with nursing, she only lost 24%. So I think we're not going to have a problem with her reliability. So I think we can just go ahead and try and work on the reliability for her car. Try upgrading some parts in her car. Yeah, so I'm really pretty happy with that. Next time we're in Tondela at Portugal, which is a 19 lap race, so I don't think we'll get away with running the one stopper like we did in this one. But there are a couple that we could try and run that one stop strategy in. But anyway, yeah, I'm really happy with that. Things looking up. Maybe we might not finish in 10th place at the end of the season. But anyway, that's another Motorsport Manager episode in the bag. So I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.